Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Redstone Map showcase here in Minecraft Pocket Edition. Today, we are going to be checking out 20 automatic Redstone Farms in MCPE. Now, this map was created by Blue Boy. You can find him on Twitter right over here. But anyways, so let's go ahead and flick these levers and get started with this map. Anyways, guys, here we have one of the first of our Redstone Farms. It's a sugarcane farm, and what's cool about this is that when the sugarcane is automatically grown, it will get broken, fall down into our hoppers, and then it will be collected in this chest right over here. Now, in addition to the chest, we also have this button which allows us to automatically grow our sugarcane by simply clicking on it using bone meal. So let's go ahead and click on it. Boom, our sugarcane grows, and as you can see, once it all has grown, it will pop out and drop into our hoppers and then go into this chest right over here. We click on it again for us to add the bone meal, and it is that simple. That is just one of the many cool farms on this map. Alright, so at number 2 we have our organic farms, and this one's pretty simple. It just uses water, and it basically pushes the water down our crops, and they break and then fall into our hoppers, yet again going into our chest. We click on this button right over here. It's going to work automatically, as you can see. And then when the water turns off, all of those things should be inside of our chest. As you can see, our carrots are being collected. And if you guys do want tutorials on any one of these farms, please do tell me in the comment section down below, and I will try to do that. But as you can see, after a while, the water actually turns off automatically, so you don't even need to worry about that. You just need to click on the button once and then come back later, and you'll have all of your items in your chest. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And this farm is basically going to be an automatic cocoa bean farm, and you would simply click on this button to harvest the cocoa bean. It falls onto the ground, and then beneath the ground there is loads of minecart hoppers, so it basically sucks the item through the ground, and this would then fall through the ground, but either way it would then go into our chest. As you can see, it works quite well, and it's hidden, so it's even cooler. At number 4 we have our melon and pumpkin farm, and this is quite simple in terms of redstone. Whenever our item grows back here, it is detected by our observer block, which activates our pistons, breaking the block, and then those items are collected into these hoppers. So as you can see, that's pretty much how it works, and as you can tell, our items are now being collected into our chest at the front. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and it works quite well for both pumpkins and melons, and it's fully automatic after you plant down and do the initial creation. Alright, so next up we have ourselves our automatic cactus farm. This is a pretty old design from PC, but either way, whenever our fences are next to our cactus, it basically breaks, and people take advantage of that. So when this cactus over here grows to be like too tall, it will automatically break. Since the fence is next to it, it will drop down into the water and then get collected by hoppers and then placed into this chest right over there. So yeah, it's basically our cactus farm, and it's pretty cool. Yet again, fully automatic. Next up we have ourselves 4 automatic flower farms, and if you guys did not know, when you bone meal flowers, you basically duplicate it. So if I go ahead and flick this lever right over here, it should start up the farm for all of these. And as you can see, it's basically going to use dispensers to bone meal all of our flowers, multiplying them, and then beneath the floor we have more of our minecart hoppers, which will basically collect all of the flowers and put them into these chests. Right next to it we have ourselves another flower farm, except this one collects a variety of different flowers using bone meal, and you would simply flick this lever over here and it will bone meal the ground and then spawn down water to break it, and then the items will fall into the hoppers at the bottom and then placed into this chest. So as you can see, it's more randomized, and this mainly gives you seeds as well as the regular flowers, but either way it's pretty cool, and it just uses bone meal and water, and you can turn it off if you so choose. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next redstone farm, which is our nether wart farm, and I'm not really sure how this one works, but I'm pretty sure it's using water. So if I go ahead and click on this, it should spawn down the water, and then the water automatically goes away yet again. And then all of the nether wart should go into hoppers and then into this chest. So yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, almost all farms are like that, so really don't need to spend too much time taking a look at that one. Anyways, over here we have a mushroom farm. I did build this on my channel if you guys want to go see that. And if you are looking for redstone tutorials, just go to my main page and scroll down to redstone tutorials, and you will definitely find this awesome mushroom farm. Now what's cool about this is that it grows 2 types of mushrooms, and you would pretty much just place it down over here, and it grows it automatically. So as you can see, that is pretty much what it's supposed to do, and whenever you place down either mushrooms, it just does that, and it's really handy because it's very seamless and automatic. Either way, let's move on to the next mushroom, or the next redstone farm, excuse me, which is going to be an egg farm. And this is actually really simple. I can't believe I've never thought of this. You would simply just add in chickens on top of hoppers and just let them live there, and they automatically grow eggs, and those eggs automatically go into our chest. So yeah, that's by far one of the simplest automatic farms I've ever seen. Alright, so next up we have ourselves a cobblestone farm, which is basically a cobblestone generator. And you would just break this block over here, then it automatically gets spawned down again. And that's basically utilizing our observer block. If you guys want a tutorial on this, I will definitely try to do it on the Let's Build series, because this is kind of short for a tutorial. But either way, as you can see, that is pretty much how it works, and it's very automatic. I do have to say, like, immediately after breaking this, it spawns down another block. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at our chicken farm. Our chicken farm is, yet again, another semi-automatic farm. It's not really fully automatic, but either way, when I go ahead and click on the button to the right, I can cook the chickens, and then our chickens will burn and fall into our hoppers. Now, one thing I almost forgot to mention, which is really cool, is that our egg farm is actually connected to the dispenser inside of our chicken farm, and this basically means that our eggs are automatically sent into that dispenser, and then they are automatically dispensed, and it gives you like a certain percentage where it will spawn down a chicken. So that's basically how you get more chickens in there, and it is actually, I would say, fully automatic, besides, you know, having to go kill them. And yeah, it's pretty cool, so I didn't actually know that. Alright, so next up we have ourselves our cow farm. It's very similar to a chicken one, except you have to manually breed them. So you would just walk up these staircases, then feed them wheat or whatever, and then they will basically multiply, and then you could pretty much cook them. So what does the sign say? First breed the cows till a baby come out, then hit the button. The baby will flow down and take its place to be cooked. Alright, so yeah, that's basically what that does. So pretty much our babies are created by the cows at the top, and then since they're so small, they fit under the slab block, and then they drop down into this area where you can hit that button and I cook them up, and they will basically be lit on fire, and then that fire will cook the meat and then allow us to collect the hide as well. So as you can see, we got the hide, and now one of them should drop some meat, as you can see, and that's pretty much how the farm works. Alright, so now let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a pig farm. Yet again, you move up on the staircases to breed them, then you hit the button to push the babies into the lower section, and once they're in the lower section, you have to wait until they grow into adults, and then you click on that button, and then they are automatically cooked, and you will get cooked pork chops out of the system, and of course you're burning them using lava. So as you can see, we got ourselves some cooked pork chops, 4 of them to be exact, and yeah, that's quite nice. Alright, so moving on, yet again we have ourselves another version of this farm, but it's for a sheep. You would breed them at the top, the baby falls down, and then you just, you know, click on that button to burn them. I'm not sure if the wool actually burns, but I'm pretty sure you do get mutton chops out of it, which is definitely a really nice treat. Alright, so whoa, what actually happened there? So I accidentally broke that. I don't know how, but we got the wool as well as the mutton chops. Alright, so next up we have the best farm on this map, which is our mob drop farm, and it's pretty much a mob spawner connected up to a redstone system, and it allows you to get all of these awesome items. So check this out. We have full gold armor, we have enchantments in some of the armor, as well as arrows, gunpowder, bone, and our rotten flesh. And pretty much what this is an area that spawns down our mobs, and they're automatically pushed up by water, and then they fall down onto this area of slabs, and then underneath the slabs there's actually our hoppers to collect the items. Now if you guys don't know what a mob spawner is, that is pretty much what I just described, and there's not a lot of mob spawners in MCPE, so I think this is really cool, and I might possibly do a tutorial on this if you guys want. Now, as you can see, it's working quite well. I mean, I'm on easy mode right now, not even on hard difficulty, and it's spawning down so many mobs, and it's collecting a lot of items. And if you guys are building this, I would recommend you build it next to your house, because mobs only spawn when you're close to the chunk, since chunks only load when you're next to it. Either way, let's move on to the next farm. This one is going to be an automatic slime farm, and I believe it uses our spawner block, so I don't think this is actually a legit farm. This is kind of cheating. But as you can see, our iron golem is in there, and he's pretty much going to be killing our slimes and reducing them into slime balls, and then those balls are sent into our chest. So yeah, yet again, it's using a spawner, so I'm not going to count that since that's really against the rules of the game, and you can't really create that in survival mode. Alright, next up we have an iron farm. This iron farm pretty much spawns down iron golems. As you can see, they fall down into the lava, and then they are cooked up, and then their items fall into this chest at the bottom. Of course, they drop flowers as well. And I think this is done by either using a spawner or by using a group of villagers up there. And if you guys don't know, villagers automatically spawn down iron golems. And since iron golems are tall, I think 3 blocks tall, you can place down the lava at the top head section. And then when the items basically fall down, they will fall down into the area that's empty at their feet. So yeah, that's basically how that works. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This is pretty much a snow golem farm, and it works in the same way yet again. And as you can see, when I move close to this area, they should drop. But either way, their items are collected in the chest. And of course, they drop snowballs. This is a nice way to collect snowballs if you guys want that. And as you can see, a bunch of snowballs just fell. And that's pretty much going to get collected into our system. Alright, so next up we have another similar farm just like this one. It's a spider farm this time, and this spider farm is flooded. It looks like this is filled with water. Why is that? Let's break this. There you go, and that's kind of weird. Is that water, or is that like wool at the back? I'm not really sure. Let's break another one. There you go. And yes, it is water. Alright, so for some reason that one's completely flooded, but I will include a download to the map if you guys are, wanting to test this out for yourself. So you could definitely download it and see if that works for you. But either way, let's move on to our final, farm over here, which is basically going to be a Blaze and XP farm. And this one's really cool. I'm not sure if it's using spawners or if it's just spawning them Blaze naturally, but they basically come down over here, and since there's a space to hit them, they can't really attack you. And when you kill them, you get the Blaze rods as well as the XP. So it's really cool. And I'm just going to break into this really quickly to see if they use the spawners or it's spawning down naturally. So I guess it's using spawners, so I wouldn't technically call it a automatic farm, but either way, if you're on creative mode, that's one way to build it. So anyways guys, that pretty much wraps up today's Redstone Map Showcase and Minecraft Pocket Edition. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please take 1 second to smack the like button, and don't forget to tell me which was your favorite farm in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to see more awesome videos from me. Anyways, this was Twist, and I'll see you guys next time.